Roller coasters, the ride that forever changed amusement parks. Amusement parks such as Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags, and many more are now the homes of these extravagant mechanical parts. But these colossal innovations are surprisingly new to the technological scene. Within the parks, there were games and entertainers that kids and adults could enjoy together. However, as time passed, these parks became dull. Flash to the year 1817, when the first roller coaster was built in Paris. This roller coaster was made of wood and only went a max speed of 40 miles per hour. This was pretty impressive for the 1800s in Paris, but little did the world know that these machines would only get bigger, faster, and stronger.
From the first roller coaster to now, there have been many innovations. The first one being a loop, which to this day is one of the most common pieces of architectural design in roller coasters. This looping roller coaster was located in 1840s London. Many sources have stated that the loop was 13 feet in diameter at the base of a 43-foot drop. This gave the riders a much more thrilling experience in comparison to its older counterpart. In 1905, innovators came along and decided it was time to change the safety standards. In 1907, Drop the Dips was the next improvement to the roller coaster design, since it had started to utilize lap bar style restraint. This gave more protection to the rider and gave the roller coaster an overall safer feel.
Steel first came into play when Disneyland decided to make the world's first tubular track steel roller coaster. This ride went a max speed of 27 miles per hour. This may seem a lot slower than the first roller coaster, but the reason for the decrease in speed was to maintain the rider's safety, since there were many accidents occurring in amusement parks during this time. For instance, in 1891, Europe created a switchback railway coaster, but the excessive G-force injured many passengers, which ensured the closing of the ride. These accidents are what motivated many roller coaster innovations in the future.
In 1981, the Beast was introduced to the world. This marvelous roller coaster reached new heights never seen before. The ride could reach a max height of 112 feet, an altitude that many rides in that era did not even come close to. The closest ride for comparison reached a max height of 84 feet. Many rides are now up to 4 times taller than the Beast, but in its time, it was the highlight of the roller coaster world.
In the last 50 years, there haven't been many innovating decisions pertaining the roller coaster. However, King Dakar is a perfect example of all the improvements that the roller coaster has had. King Dakar has a max height of 456 feet and a max speed of 128 miles per hour. It can reach its max velocity in 3.5 seconds.
One of the few improvements that roller coasters have yet to develop into extensively are VR and electromagnetism. VR, otherwise known as virtual reality, would give the rider a realistic view of the theme. Close your eyes and imagine a ride where you are able to stand next to your favorite heroes or villains and add the factor of free drops and fast speeds. In fact, since the ride runs on magnets, there will be no bumps, which allows for smoother rides. Manufacturers took things up a notch in 2002 with Magic Mountain's X Coaster, now known as X2. X2 was the first coaster whose seats rotated horizontally, being one of the few improvements on roller coasters. With its 360-degree rotating seats and head-first, face-down drops, X2 has become one of the most famous thrill rides on the planet. On ordinary roller coasters, the train stays in line with the track, but there is nothing ordinary about X2. This ride goes up to 200 feet into the air, so while you are bolting down the rails at 76 miles per hour through an unreal assortment of dives, flips, and twists, half loops that change their minds midway and become sheer drops, your body will be flipping around 360 degrees over and over again.
As time passes, the world becomes more advanced, which allows for many more innovations to come to light. Over time, we have not only improved our standard of living with innovations to the medical and industrial fields, but also to the leisure fields, like roller coasters. This, truly, allows us to live our best lives and gives us a sense of purpose. The roller coaster is a definitive symbol of the fun that we as humans decided to create and strive for collectively.
Thank you for watching the history of roller coasters.